Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nicholas Tannick. This is your kinky friend. Everything we talk about tonight is between consenting adults. We're adults. This is a culture. This is a lifestyle. Please, please, please watch or listen or whatever you do with an open heart, an open mind, and be cool. This is your kinky. Philly. I love Philly and I love sweets. We're going to talk about Philly and sweets and cat. Oh my God. Have a great, wonderful, wonderful with me tonight, please.
Hi.
Oh, Philly's in the house. Um, Everybody knows I love Philly and Baltimore and everything like that. I have a special story all about it today and how it's amazing. But tonight we are with CashVamp, show friend of many friends that I know, friend of Philly. So we're going to talk about sweets. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about money and we're going to talk about femdom and everything like that. But please, everybody, bow down. Be ready to serve and serve well. Please welcome CashVamp. How are you,
Oh,
CashVamp?
thank you so much. First of all, thank you for such an excellent introduction. I'm so flattered. Very happy to be here. Doing great. Hydrated for once. Yeah, no, life is absolutely grand. How are you?
Water is a source to all life. It inspires every cell in your body.
Yeah, it really is. As someone who is a firm subscriber, whether I'd like to be or not, to 3 coffees, no lunch, it's nice when I actually drink a little bit of water.
Oh, we're going to talk about coffee. We're going to talk about
Yes.
sweets. We're going to talk about
Hmm.
cash. But please check out the poetry project, Kink. Kink. Everybody's writing poems about how kink is helping, how the kink community help each other. I
Mm.
kicked it off with my show, and Karen Joyner Washington did the poem. We got some other poems coming in. The book will be coming out. So if anyone wants to submit a poem and some artwork, contact me. You can support the show with Cash App, YKF Tannic, lower case Tannic. But please, PayPal, nicktannic@gmail.com. Get 15% off all inventory at Locked in Us with offer code YKF. Of course, it's Patreon/YKF. But CashVamp. Let's start the show off like this. What's inspiring you these days?
Uh, I God, so many things. So first of all, Manolo Blahnik recently put out a collaboration, or I guess like a reinterpretation of their shoes from their design for the 2006, I think, Sofia Coppola movie Marie Antoinette.
Oh yeah.
Um, and that was something that like I know it doesn't read immediately one to one in my branding, but when I think about the playful style of that movie, the anachronism of like the soundtrack, like how Sofia Coppola decided to do like Susie and the Banshees and all of these punk bands in her music choices.
I love
Yeah,
Susan the Banshees.
so
I
do
am a
I.
huge fan. And The Glove, the album The Glove by Robert Smith and Steve
Yeah.
Silver, all that stuff. Oh my God. I think that Susan and Banshees was very an essential part of me kind of coming out as a kinky person.
Mm, yeah, music can do that. I mean, I I recently in August I saw Nine Inch Nails. I was like very privileged to have a pit ticket to see Nine Inch Nails by myself. And they played Closer. It was Boys Noise and Trent and Atticus were all collaborating on this remix of Closer live. And it was like life changing to see the anthem of our entire community played live like that. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of where it all started, that music video for so many people. It's
And that whole
unfortunate.
culture as well. I mean, I grew up in Jersey. I
Hmm.
saw Nine Inch Nails open up for Jesus and Mary Chain, and then
Hmm.
I saw Meet the Manifesto open up for Nine Inch Nails, and then
Hmm.
soon, years later, Jesus and Mary Chain is opening up for Nine Inch Nails. It's
Yeah,
it's all
crazy
happening.
music news.
Let's get into it. Music is very important, and Philly plays a huge role. And one thing we have a connection in Philly, Mia
Hmm.
Action. How do you know Mia actually?
Oh, I met Mia. Well, I was supposed to meet Mia at like a TNG, which is the next generation. So for people who aren't in like community, or their community doesn't have a TNG, it's like the 18 to 35 crowd, which it's so lovely that there's like such an intentional um, crowd like that. It definitely makes you feel safer when you're like 20 something and you're just getting into things and you're worried about like people who are older who might know other people in your life. Or you're just worried that, oh, what if this like older person kind of like creeps on me? Like just the inherent like power dynamic. So she was, I don't know if she was supposed to be there. It was like March years and years and years ago. But I met someone who was studying under her who like sung her praises. And then I think I took a class of hers, and then I started going to the Power Exchange Roundtable when she started she started that up again post COVID. And yeah, I attended very regularly. I garnered like a lot of just like unspeakable amounts of value from those discussions.
Shout out to Mia actually. She's a friend of the show. She's been on
Shout
many
out
times.
Shout out to Mia.
Yeah.
I think she's currently doing classes on erotic disgust. I think I
Yeah.
took one. I forget when it was. I think her first iteration. It was digital. Phenomenal class.
And she's brutal. Can you see the damage
Yeah,
she could do to a cock?
yeah. No, I attended the Kinky Champagne Affair last year, and she was doing needles. I think she was doing needles on someone's dick, and it was like, it was so cool to get to be in the room with her when she was doing that.
And she's so happy. You see pictures of her doing the most
Oh,
beautiful thing, most beautiful smile on her face,
oh my God, yeah. I mean,
and you
the
just
mark
root
of a
for
true
it too. You're
sadist.
like, oh,
It's heartwarming. It really is.
yeah.
No, I feel that completely whenever I'm
Uh,
doing like electro or like sounding on someone and they're like squirming and they're getting a little bit uncomfortable. Like I feel that same warmth, that bubbly smile. So I completely get it.
Philly, I love Philly. Shout out to Philly boy Roy and everybody at Wawa Records. Getting those the banana peppers at Wawa and Frank Soda.
Yeah. Mm.
Um, in 3 words, how would you describe Philadelphia, the Philadelphia
Oh
BDSM
God.
scene?
Messy. It's definitely a little bit messy. It's very approachable, and I would say overall interconnected. I don't know. It's difficult to necessarily say that it's like completely tangled like a web, because the kink community here has so many little subsections, and there are people who definitely subscribe to certain parties, which I think it's nice to be able to have like so many different spaces. I think that we're relatively lucky, although I really look forward to when our scene looks something like Denver scene, where they've
Yeah.
had one space and it's just been that space for like 10 years. There are some yeah, I feel like when I got in, there was so much reshuffling. It's like this party is at this venue for 6 months, and then it's at this venue, and now it's at this venue, and 3 parties are here, except the one party is now going over here. It's a little bit maybe disorganized. Should
Mm.
be my third word, and it's not for lack of trying. I think the people who run parties here are absolute fucking saints. And Lord knows I am excited but super nervous to run one of my own with a dear friend.
Now Philly's got this gritty but brotherly love vibe. It's called the city of brotherly love. But like, for example, if the Eagles win, the Philly fans might destroy the city, and if they lose, they may
Absolutely.
destroy the city.
Yes, 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 yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, very
So,
common.
so how has Philadelphia shaped your sisterly or mistressy approach to domination?
I think it's definitely made me more comfortable with like the imposter syndrome, and I suppose like the approachability aspect of being a dominatrix. I hope that people perceive me as being a little bit down to earth, even though my marketing is maybe a little bit up in the air, you know, a little bit hi, I'm very expensive. But yeah, I've gotten from clients before, like I'll walk into the hotel room and I'm not wearing these because these are impossible to walk in, but I'll be wearing like a pair of platform docks, and they're like, "Yeah,
Could you show
you
those shoes
look like
again?
a Philadelphian." Oh yes, these fabulous little Louboutins with the crystals and everything. They're fantastic, aren't they? Oh, the joy. The joy of this job. You know, these are the perks. May not have a 401k, but I do have lubes, so
I
I'll take
think for a lot of people, that was the money shot of the whole episode so far.
it. Yeah, you
Not
can go
yet,
now.
though.
If you were looking
Episode's not over.
if you were looking for that, that's it. That's, you know, that's all. I'm kidding.
All right, so I want to get this out of the way. Get
Mhm.
the Philly questions out of the way. So just first thing that comes to your mind when you hear of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I mean, everyone says Electric Boogaloo now, right? Like everyone
Yes,
says
Charlie
Parks
McDevitt.
Electric
Or
Boogaloo.
no,
Yeah,
yeah, Charlie
Party
McDevitt too.
McDennis, the game of games. Yes.
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes.
Hmm.
All right, so Philly, what's your opinion of the Roots?
I mean, fabulous band. I think their work kind of speaks for themselves. They're not necessarily, I'm not going to be like, they're not my taste. They're not something that you know, it's not music that I listen to regularly, and I'm probably missing out for that.
Okay. So let's talk about your persona.
Okay.
You have a unique persona. You're not just like in some wannabe dominatrix in some little tiny room somewhere.
Oh, I was. Believe
Of
me,
course,
there
we
was
all
a point
start
in
out,
time where, yes.
and yeah, but you've come such a long way, and so you've created this persona, right?
Mhm.
So your bio points that it paints a vivid picture of as you're the wickedest vampire. You're what was it? The wickedest vampire west of the Delaware River. That's what you
I
say,
would hope
right?
so. I would hope so.
Uh, with a maximalist approach to unforgettable experience. All right, let's start with the vampire.
Mhm.
How did you craft your seductive persona?
Oh, I mean, I love vampires. Lestat de Liancourt is a huge inspiration. I recently got an email actually where someone was like, "Please be the Lestat to my Louis," and I immeasurably disappointed that that person never came through and actually booked with me, because that line itself got me so excited to work with them.
Would you wear
Um,
wigs? Like the
do you wear
right?
wigs?
Yeah, like no. Would you dress up like you have that
I
time period of clothing? Because they just went to in New Orleans, you know, they're
yeah,
making
I mean,
money.
I'm gonna have to start adding some frilly blouses to
Yeah,
my wish list, because
and then you can
um
get like a sissy Lestat, yeah, right? Or right, you can
uh
flip it, you know.
potentially. No,
um,
I would I wear wigs. One of my favorite um doms, who's a friend of mine who wears wigs, always complains to me that they're perhaps a little bit hot, a little bit itchy, and another friend of mine had personas to every wigs, or to every wig.
hmm.
Maybe, I don't, if it's a good wig, potentially.
I think you should really do a whole Lestat role play.
Yeah,
Lestat and Louis role play, and yeah,
I
I'll be
mean,
the Antonio Banderas character.
Armand.
Armand, that's it. Yeah.
Armand, yes. You can tell that I'm a big fan of Anne Rice.
Oh yes, definitely. I love Anne Rice. All right, so we're gonna get more into that.
Hmm.
Um, let's talk about the books and the movies that inspired this kind of vampire aesthetic. So, are there what specific books or films or things that really triggered all this or
I
inspired you the
mean,
most?
um, I have read some of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I don't know, just like eaten up every Anne Rice TV or movie adaptation. And I started reading Memnoch, but I personally find um, one of the characters in that book to be like completely annoying, so I couldn't get through it. As far as other things about the vampire aesthetic that I like, I am actually someone who I don't like cold calling. I don't like cold messaging. I like to be invited in. That was a big inspiration for me.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm the same way. I am
Yeah.
the same. I never make the first move or anything. I like to be invited in. We're
I don't
vampires.
exactly. I don't like being photographed. I like the idea of
Neither
not
do I.
showing up in photographs. I am face in, so I was like, oh, that's perfect as well. I like the one-to-one, the metaphor of like hunger for desire. That's very excellent. As far as like building a work persona, that really speaks to me. Like that's a big part of vampirism that I really love and hope and pray that I
Hungry for desire.
when I'm working. Yes.
Hungry for desire. Okay, you didn't come out the womb with a riding crop and a whip. It takes a while, right, to
No,
get
I
to where you are.
yeah, it's
So,
yes.
was there a specific moment that started this whole thing? When did you first step into the world of professional domination?
Oh god. So I started off, and this is embarrassing, but it's going to be on the internet forever, so that's fine. I started off as a sex worker on IMVU, which is this digital little like 3D avatar game. Um, and my aesthetic was very Betty Page. It was very vintage lingerie. And the people around me were like, "Wow, you are like you are our dom of this club." And I'm like, I don't. I mean, people are gravitating to me naturally because this is what I'm drawn to, and them as well. So I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's do a little bit of reading, a little bit of research. And I definitely felt like an imposter then. And then like a year or two later, I was sugaring, and I really didn't love the power imbalance of sugaring, where there's this expectation of no talking about money. It's basically full service, but with extra steps. And I would try and maybe pull from those very limited Dom experiences, and I would fall flat. Um, wasn't then either. I would say after some traveling and life happening a couple years later, I decided, okay, um, these clients that I'd garnered from this game that were now kind of funding my life while I was going on job interviews, trying to get a vanilla job. I
Yeah,
was like, well, why am I doing
it
all
feels
of
so weird.
I was like, why am I doing all of this extra work? Why am I doing sex work to buy interview clothes?
Yeah.
When
Oh,
clearly
that's
it's
good.
like, why am I doing sex work and doming and, experiencing all of these things and doing all of this reading and research and like really trying to hone this craft in order to buy a button up and khakis from TJ Maxx so that I can go to an interview for this job that I fucking will probably despise, when that's paying for um, my bills, all of these clothes, food. Why wouldn't I just do that? So I started really taking dom work seriously, and sex work a little bit more seriously as like a viable career. And I think about like 6 months in, and like granted, from like IMVU to this, we're talking about like 7, 8 years of me like toying with this and like thinking that maybe this is a part of my persona, and maybe this is something that I'm doing on the side to like supplement income. So fast forward like 7 or 8 years, I start taking it seriously. 6 months in, as like a financial dominatrix, I got my first four-figure tribute, which is, I think, a little bit unusual. Like reaching that sort of success within like less than a year was way beyond my expectation, and I kept
Yeah,
showing up to work and taking it seriously, and the work kept showing up for me and like validating that yes, this is your calling, yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing with your time.
that first grand, that's it's a
Four.
significant number. A
Not
four,
one.
nice.
Four.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, that was huge at the time. That was huge for me, you know.
So let me ask you this: some people, specialties, some people like to say they're Jacquelines of all trades. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where some, I know some specialize in sissification, others
Hmm.
specialize in just pain.
Hmm.
Others latex, whatever.
Right.
Do you have a typical session, or would you
God
say you
no.
have certain specialties?
I mean, there are some trademarks. There are some things that make a cash vamp session a cash vamp session.
And what is
Um,
that?
some stupid little thing will go wrong. I will lose a
Oh, it's
press-on nail. Um, I will trip coming out of my stockings. I will not be able to unzip my boots. Um, uh, Checking into the hotel will take an inordinate amount of time.
hmm
Um, I have had to learn so many different skills, especially surrounding time management, in order to make up for the fact that I am a complete klutz, and that the world sometimes will do everything in its power to get in your way. Um, Good conversation, I would say, is another aspect, although the other person may be gagged and they're just unfortunately going to have to listen to my voice.
It's still a good conversation, though.
It's still a great conversation, and I love when people are
Dude,
forced to agree with me. It's
yeah,
excellent.
forced to listen. It's a
Hmm.
great conversation when someone else has a ball gag in their mouth.
I mean, listen, I like the sound of my own voice. Who doesn't? Aftercare is a big thing for me too. I definitely have people who ask or like don't care for aftercare, and I am one of those people who completely respects that as like that particular kind of emotional or physical intimacy of like cuddling or like really sitting down and being like, so how did you feel about that, is more uncomfortable than being beat to fuck. Like,
Yes. Yeah, totally. And like, oh, we have to talk about everything we did.
yeah, so I as much as I would prefer to like take 15 minutes sometimes for me because I need to make sure that that person is going to like step away okay. I try not to, I don't know, if someone is very like resistant to that and they don't want to take like a full 30 minutes to like sit down. I'll be like, okay, like 5 minutes, let me just check you over. Let me make sure that you're going to be okay.
Aftercare, I want to tell everybody who's listening to this, please let that sink in. Aftercare is extremely important.
It
Even
is.
me, someone who loves kink, I could always use more, and I could always give more. I would take that extra step, by myself. Oh, just let it just a little more. It's always good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
always try to talk people into it. I'm like, "Hey, listen, I think you may not think that you need this, but let's just like take a breath and let yourself,
I
just
love that you
try
said
it."
that. Take a breath. I learn more and more the older I get, especially after the liver transplant, faced with death and all that stuff. I'm learning to respect the pause.
Hmm.
Before I react or anything like that, I take a quick pause. Yeah. And just even just enjoying the silence, not to get all Depeche Mode, but like, yeah, just
I
enjoy
mean,
the silence.
that's another fan favorite for our community, right?
Oh yeah, we did a show. Shout out to Nika Noir and the Commandant out of
Mm.
Texas. We did a whole show called Depeche Mode for Dungeons. Check it out. We go through the whole Depeche Mode discography and say which song is best for spanking and all that stuff like that.
Oh,
You
that's
are
fun.
you are maximal. You have a maximalist mindset.
Yeah, more is
Yeah.
more.
More
I'm
is
not.
more. You just grow. Yeah. So how does this philosophy shape your sessions, your style, all the experiences you create?
Um, like as much as I could do an hour of like beating someone in the most like mundane little like I guess like completely blank room, I would prefer to be able to show up and make sure that someone has water. I would like to introduce someone to the things on their maybes list if they include things on their maybes list. I kind of want to make sure that I'm providing the best experience that I can, considering the fact that I am so expensive. Like, this is a luxury industry. As far as like style is concerned, I mean, these,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't just get like a pair of socates. I got the missies that are the limited edition ones with the rhinestones. I'm just a little bit extra, just like a teensy bit extra. My nails match my shoes. The undersides are red. You can't see in this lighting, and I chose a little bit of a rhinestone. Like, the devil truly is in the details.
Devil is indeed.
Yeah, it's true.
Your bio mentions latex,
Yes.
jewelry,
Yes.
iced coffee.
I mean, I've been taking sips intermittently this entire time. I love a good iced coffee.
They're the paths to your heart, but an iced coffee can win your favor.
It
So,
can.
how do you take your coffee?
Black. Black and cold.
Black and
Cold.
cold.
Yes, easy. To circle back to latex, actually, I've had so many situations where I have been slipping into it and I'm like, oh, I'm thirsty and I can't, how do I put it? I can't get my way to the fridge to pour myself a coffee, but this is truly the absolute way to my heart.
Now, do you think I used to drink a lot? I got a liver transplant. Now I can never drink again. Do you think you'll ever what if health issues happen? God forbid. I know this is a whimsical show. It's supposed to be positive, but let's go down nightmare alley for a second.
And
What
I
if
just
you
can't have coffee.
Yeah. What if you can't have coffee? What are you gonna do?
I'll live.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll live. I'll drink water. Like it's
Right. That's the attitude.
you know,
Do something else.
yeah. I'll drink water. I don't know. If I develop a caffeine sensitivity that's so extreme that I just can't have coffee again, I'll drink water and I will. I mean, a lot of people say death before decaf. Maybe I'll have a decaf.
So these people buy you latex, they buy you jewelry, and they buy you a lot of coffee. Right? Is there a submissive? Has a submissive ever surprised you with the perfect treat?
Several times. Like all the time. Like, I don't want to say unfortunately because it is very fortunate. I'm very grateful that I have such good submissives. I really feel like I don't work with anyone.
That made them feel very well hearing that.
It's true. They're all
Right
so
on.
fucking good for me. They're all like fantastic for me. Something that comes to mind is for my birthday, a submissive of mine bought me, it was like either 9 or 11 bags of green tea Kit Kats. I love a matcha Kit Kat. I'm
Those.
I'm down to my last bag. They purchased them for me in March. I went through like 4 or 5 bags within the first like 2 months, and then I had to slow my roll.
They sound amazing. I want to eat those. We're going to talk about sweets.
Yeah, we are.
First
We
of all,
absolutely are.
all right, let's just get into it.
Yes.
What's the best dessert to splash to?
Oh God. Fuck. If you hear me out. Hear me out, right? This would be impossible to do. This would be absolutely impossible to do. If you could fill a clawfoot tub with creme brulee and you could brulee the top.
Yeah.
I imagine the crack of stepping into the tub would be the most satisfying thing of all time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I don't think anything could. I mean, I would highly recommend wear a pair of laurels, please. It feels like that's asking for a yeast infection, but like that would be incredible.
You may get a kick out of this. So after liver transplant, or even during liver transplant, I enslaved food. There's certain things I couldn't eat, certain things I can't eat. Tres leches is one thing that was like a specialty.
Right.
And it is. It always is a specialty. It's expensive. It's heavy. It's but it's delicious. It's one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
So
it's a good one.
My queen, what she does is whenever I do something really, really good. She
Hmm.
gets tres leches and then puts it on the floor, on a tarp, right? A little bit.
Right.
And we eat the rest of it, but we save a little bit for us. And yeah, so I'm in my French maid outfit, my garter belts and stockings. I'm off from chastity, and after I clean the house and everything like that, I come up. And there's one more thing to clean, and that's her toes. So she
Uh,
just squishes those toes right in there, and I gotta clean them off. It's beautiful.
I bet
I
you
was
feel
at
like
a,
the luckiest maid in the world in those
I
moments.
do, I do, and
Yeah.
I get really good at cleaning toes, with my
Yeah, you
time
get in
recently.
there.
Yeah, you gotta,
You have to provide excellent service.
Oh, and another thing, you might check this. So I went to a wedding. Right? I went
Hmm.
to a wedding this weekend.
Oh, me too. I was just in a wedding on Sunday.
Oh, right on.
Yes.
So that's awesome. Oh, so love is in the air.
Yes.
So, all right. So I'm at this wedding, and they give us. This is a family wedding, so I
Hmm.
know people there. They know me. I'm not shocking anybody, but it's still saying something out of context or just in that place. Because
Hmm.
I cannot stop talking about sex and can't. It just always, even when I try to
Right.
stop, it just seeps out.
Yeah.
So they gave us the top of the cake to take home,
Oh,
and I'm like, what? What? Wait, don't you want to like freeze it or do something, ridiculous or
right.
something like that?
Yeah.
And they're like, no,
Hmm.
not at all. I get you sure? They're like, no, you
Hmm.
want it? You want to eat it? I'm like, and I say this in front of my brother, his wife, and everybody, and even the bride and groom. I go, I'm gonna lick this off her toe, and I'm with my queen, my
Oh, that's
partner,
fantastic.
and I'm saying,
Right.
oh, I'm leaving. So this is a good way to have the last word and just leave, right? Because
Mm.
I got stuff in my hands and stuff like that. I'm packing up the car, and I'm like, I'm gonna lick that off of her toes. Just leave. And I left her to explain it to my family, and she,
Oh my God.
like a queen, she's like, yeah, they're clean. My toes are clean.
I mean, I'm sure you make sure that they are.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I had an
Um,
experience like that at the wedding that I was at, actually,
you
where
trying to
one of
trying to
the
lick off your toes?
no, 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 not entirely like that. So, but I had an experience because so obviously like the families have no idea what I do. But the groomsmen and the other bridesmaids know what I do, and obviously the bride and groom know what I do, and like friends in our like direct circle know. So one of the groomsmen who I'm friends with, he and I and another friend of mine who is, I mean, just not pissed drunk, just drunk, right? Just drunk, are all standing next to the bar, having a good time, having a good laugh. And my very, very inebriated friend is like futzing with his tie, and the groomsman takes the tie and puts it in my hand, and it goes, "There you go." And what like a very fun and friendly and silly little moment for me. I'm really just going to savor that one for some time. Such a like just a simple transfer of power.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the more I appreciate the simplicity, the little tiny simple little transfers of power that happen throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
If you could have a sub eat any food off of your toes, what would it
So here's the thing. I fucking hate people touching my feet. I
be? Okay.
actually despise it.
All right.
Like in theory, I think it
I
would
get
be
that. I don't like
fun.
people touching my feet either.
Yeah, and I've definitely so I wore these lovely, lovely lubes at a foot
Can
boot and heel worship event called Forget the Lord worship, blank 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 on a Sunday. Um, I think if these didn't cost so much, I would perhaps like step in something and let someone like look out, I don't know, something from between the rhinestones, but I just I think they're perhaps too precious. Like in theory, I could think of something. In all reality, things get a little bit too messy.
They do. And shoes are expensive.
They are.
That's why we have FinDom. Not for shoes, for just buying shoes, but
Yeah, that's why I've been down for rent for this couch. I mean, this couch is a story in and of itself, but no.
You got the caps through financial domination.
Um, I got. the couch through financial prudency, fandom sessions, and perhaps a touch of financial domination.
Please tell us about those.
So I had, what did I do? I had like a very, very successful summer last summer. And I decided that's it. It's time for me to buy a really excellent piece of furniture. It's from Anthro. It was like initially way outside of my budget, and I had started to crowdfund it on my throne wish list. Um, and I had finally got it. I'm realizing as I'm telling the story, it has less to do with Findom and more to do with service, but you're just gonna have to bear with me.
Yeah, that counts.
So I bought the couch. I bought the couch through Instagram at the Anthro outlet in Pittsburgh, and I was like, great, I bought it. Here's the thing, I had no way to fucking get it back to my house. So I also just did not want to drive a U-Haul. And I messaged one of my submissives and I was like, hey, hear me out, trade deal. You get to spend 10 to 12 hours with me in a day, relatively free of charge, like very inexpensively. However, you have to drive this U-Haul from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, put this couch in the U-Haul, and drive it back to my house, and also put it in my home. And they went for it, and I guess that's kind of that. They're a very slow driver. I'm very, very grateful to have gotten there safe. I'm also just kind of grateful to have a submissive who was so willing to just serve me completely selflessly, like valued my time and my little boots being in their lap for some of the drive so much.
That is beautiful.
Yeah,
So
it's excellent.
for people who newcomers to financial dom, a lot of people obviously there's misconceptions.
Hmm.
Some people just think that it's just about draining wallets and stuff like that.
Right.
Some people and some people have the king frenzy. They don't know about the community. They don't know anything. They're just. I had it myself where I'm like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I want to, you know.
Hmm.
Then you kind of chill out. You take the pause. You respect the pause,
Yes.
right? So, what is some advice would you give for FinDom newcomers?
For submissives or for dominance
Either,
or
both.
oh god. Um I would say for submissives, understand your limits. And not just as far as like, oh, I don't want to do humiliation, I don't want to do degradation, I just want to do blank blank blank. Understand your your financial limits. It is significantly more disappointing for a dom if you're to say promise $100 and only deliver 80 than it is to um, only promise like $15. Like, be consistent and good to your word. And if you have to step away because you can't afford this particular kink, like, be upfront and be like, hey, listen, actually, like, this isn't working into my finances. I need to figure something else out, at least for a little bit. Keep things financially sustainable. No dom likes figuring out 6 months into a dynamic that your submissive has started going into like either credit card debt or has like started taking out loans when those sorts of things aren't like pre-negotiated, and all of a sudden this thing as a dominant that you thought was working well is causing catastrophe in this person's life because they weren't honest with you. And I think the advice that I would give for dominance is, oh god, I mean, There's so much. Can we pick something specific? Do you have an idea for like
Okay, I went to I was talking to somebody. I don't want to mention their names,
hmm
but this woman, this one dominatrix, had a really good thing. Has a really good thing going on with
hmm
her whole sissification narrative,
hmm
and we're talking. She's like, um, and she said, I was really surprised. She goes, I want to get into financial dom because I don't want to pay for anything ever again. And
That's
she
not how
just,
that works.
and I know. That's why I
How
was like,
that
that's
works.
not how that works at all.
No.
You know. Um,
I mean, that's how that works for some people, but that's
so, what do
not
you
how
say
that
to
works
someone
for
like
me.
that?
I would recommend um managing your expectations. It is not always a rags to riches story. I think luck plays into this a little bit more than we'd like to believe.
Mm,
Um, God, I would also just say that like your how do I put this? Findom is not often someone's primary kink. Findom is often the conduit through which people express their primary kink. Financial domination is often the way through which people express power exchange or express humiliation and degradation or really enjoy um, playing with like femdom specifically in like gender dynamics. Um, it's not it's not a get rich quick scheme. It takes a lot of work,
mm.
fucking patience and effort and marketing and uh
Well, there's. I would also imagine there are legal aspects. Of someone feels like their money has been stolen from them, or coerced, or conned, or whatever like that. They may call the authorities, or they may get lawyers involved and stuff like that. Has that ever happened to you? Or,
no, that's never really happened to me. I feel like I've been very upfront with people that when we're doing a Findom session specifically, the whole point of it is that they're giving me their money for my attention.
yeah, it's
Um,
consent. It's
yes.
100% consent. This is all consensual, everybody.
Yeah, I also like I really don't do sessions with a whole lot of emotional coercion with people who are new to me, people who are new in general. I find that, you know, things when you start getting into like blackmail territory, you have to really understand that what you're doing could could come back to bite you, and you really truly have to trust the person that you're working with.
Now, YKF, your kinky friends, is all about, it's with expression,
Mhm.
and it's basically an artistic product, project. It's all about building a kinky community. So how can we use these findom vibes to monetize this show without alienating the free listeners?
I mean, personally, I don't think that you necessarily have to imbue the vibes of financial domination into a podcast because the you know, your viewers and in like financial submissives are coming from completely different places. But I
Yes,
think
definitely.
that you know, there's definitely there's something to be said for marketing, and something that I think financial dominatrixes do particularly well um, is including a call to action in their marketing. So saying, hey, these are ways in which you can support our show that are available to you. If you get value out of seeing this every day, you know, like if you get value out of scrolling my Twitter, you should really consider sending me $25 for coffee. Those sorts of little things. I think Findoms understand that money is not something that you, not to say that money is not something that you necessarily like have to work for, but there are plenty of scenarios in which people are very giving, um, and you kind of can't approach your business with this mindset of, like, with a scarcity mindset, basically. You know, you
Let
act
me
as if.
let me ask you this. Okay. How do you spot a very giving person?
People who show up consistently, people who give without you having to ask them or nag them, people who show an interest in you and you say, okay, like, this is what my time costs. These are some different avenues through which you can support me. And then you sit back and you wait and you kind of just observe them. That's really all you can do. It's not necessarily that you see someone in the wild in, I don't know, like, first of all, great clients are seldom in like ritzy suits. Great clients are often in jeans and New Balances. Um, but it's not like you see someone even in jeans and New Balances and you go, oh, that person is a fin sub. That's not necessarily how it works. Your best clients are there looking for you, in
Mm.
my opinion.
Okay, we're gonna play a little game. All right. Draining wallets and breaking hearts.
Mm.
So I'm gonna ask you a place where you've been to.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna ask you, how do you drain a wallet and break a heart? How do you
Hmm.
drain a wallet at a Nine Inch Nails concert?
Oh God. I mean, I wish that I had gone when I went in August with a submissive, although a sub of mine ended up visiting me because I had gotten a flat tire. And honestly, if they'd been a fin sub, I probably would have just like teased them with my boots, whispered little things in their ears, distracted them, and made them just I'd absolutely lose themselves. Hopefully, while they weren't doing an integral part of trying to change my tire, but you know, there are definitely certain ways in which, especially in person, you can be persuasive with someone. Although I think now that I'm recalling that evening correctly, I did have a conversation with someone in which I had mentioned, hey, there is this need, and they immediately just sent. And it was so, so, so lovely of them. Effortless, to be quite
How do
honest.
you how do you drain a wallet and break a heart at a Spirit Halloween store?
um, God, that is a challenge, isn't it? I mean, to be quite honest, I would love to go on a date with someone at Spirit Halloween and um, completely eviscerate all of their picks for a costume. I think that that would be very fun. That'd be an excellent way to do a little bit of like humiliation play. I think that'd be very easy to do privately. I could just send them texts intermittently and go, wow, that's such a stupid fucking costume that you decided to choose here. That really fits your personality, doesn't it? You know, that sort of thing.
All right, so let's take a little deeper there.
Mm.
Stupid fucking costumes. It's Halloween. It's October. Halloween's
I
coming
mean,
up. You're a vampire,
yes.
right? What is the dumbest kink Halloween costume that you've seen?
Oh God, that's a great question. Uh, I you you
I
stumped me
mean,
a
dumb
couple
is good.
times,
I'm not
BT.
saying dumb as in bad.
I
Like dumb
love
can
a
be good.
stupid fucking costume. Just
Me
to be
too.
clear, like I
I
I
know.
love a friend of mine has put a potted plant in their backpack and dressed up as like Venus or Squirtle that way. Like it was very silly. Um, I can't particularly think of one, although I can think of a costume idea that I'd come up with that was going to be very goofy, in which I was going to construct a cardboard couch and upholster it with pleather and add like little white glitter like patches, like splotches onto it. Wizard cap and wand would be the casting couch. I thought that that was very good.
Are you dressing up for Halloween this year?
I dress up for Halloween every year. I mean, I've considered it. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I've also considered biblically accurate Victoria's Secret angel. That's another I don't know. We'll
Oh
figure it
wow.
out. I haven't decided yet.
I found my I used to have a show here called Sunday Serve Us. You get
Hmm.
it? And
Yeah.
I was found my priest costume from it.
Hmm.
So and then Claudia, this was Claudia. We may I don't know. She wanted to do a show about like religion, and I was thinking about doing a show with is Nicholas Tannick gonna go to heaven, and she's dressed up as a nun. She's talking.
Oh, fun,
That'd be a
fun, fun,
fun
fun.
show. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who knows what we're gonna do? But let's talk about underworld events. You're
Pandemonium,
you're appearing. Let me get this on the screen. All right.
please.
Yes. So you're appearing at Pandemonium. This is a full. This is with Underworld events, correct?
Yes.
Let's find this. Here we go.
Yeah, by all
I'll do
means.
this all by myself. So bear with me here. There you go.
Yeah, please take your time. Yes, I'm co-hosting with Mistress June, who is
What?
a
So
close friend.
what can we expect? Someone goes there to see you. What can they expect from this place, this event? But most importantly, what can they expect when they see you?
Uh, Excellent cocktails, excellent snacks. We're getting it catered, and it should be phenomenal. I think June always does like a phenomenal job with the food. The last event that I was at with her, I mean, it was incredible. Um, some lovely little performances. We're going to do a couple of demos and then a midnight mass performance, which I think will be excellent. You can expect to see me running around like a chicken with its head cut off as I try and manage helping to run a play party for the first time. I will be giving plenty of attention to the people who purchase VIP tickets, and those people will also be given like a commemorative little Polaroid to remember their time, or they might be involved in demos. And for people who purchase VIP duo tickets, they'll get a commemorative impact implement with, I think, hopefully our logo on it. You
This
know,
sounds awesome. This sounds
yeah,
so
it's gonna be great.
cool.
It is going to be great. I can personally attest that the team of people who run the venue are just incredible, wonderful people to work with, and they are far more organized than I am, and I really look forward to working with them. And June is fabulous. I couldn't ask for a better partner in crime for this.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
and
looks amazing.
just to be like completely clear, this is really this is truly her baby. Like this is now kind of our baby. Like I am the stepdad, but like this is initially her baby. She ran the first iteration of Pandemonium by herself, and I mean I attended that, and it was phenomenal. It was one of the best play parties I've ever been to.
Oh my god, I think
Right? Yeah,
I
look
would
at
like
that
to.
venue.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
You should come. Yeah, you should please.
Yeah, maybe I will. I got to get out there. I got to get
Yeah.
and then you're in Philly. Philly saved my
Yes.
life. I got the liver transplant, Penn Medicine. I
Yeah.
love for Philly. Shout out to
Yes.
me in action.
So,
Let
yeah.
me ask you this:
Mm.
how does CashVamp spend their Halloween?
I always watch Rocky Horror Picture Show on Halloween. It's
Yes.
been a tradition of mine to watch it either around or on Halloween since I was 18 and in art school, and a friend of mine had put it on, and I tried and get into the spirit by watching that movie. Um,
Tim
uh,
Curry is
Tim Curry.
so amazing in everything he does.
Yes, Clue is, I mean, a
Clues
fave as well.
magnificent.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
shouting. I'm shouting. And then of course you got the flames. Oh, that's
Hmm.
Madeline Kahn, but still. And
Yeah.
he was in a movie, this punk rock movie where he plays a DJ. It's called
Mm.
Times Square.
Okay.
And yeah, he's in oh my god, he's an amazing work. Okay, you called out inbox meltdowns as inexcusable.
I sure do.
You sure do. So what is the funniest, most feral duck in a row, fail that you've seen in inbox?
Oh. I There are so many. I mean, up at last night, I posted on my Twitter because someone had randomly tweeted at me that I was like X and Y and Z. I have no idea who this person was. And like making memes out of these people, it's like a pastime. I don't see time wasters, I see willing victims. You know, I like I'm not
That's
stuck in here with
awesome. That's so
you,
good.
you're stuck in here with me. And if I'm bored and I have the time, why not? And I genuinely try not to be mean-spirited about it because um I like in reality, like you cannot hurt my feelings in a way that matters when adding me with like, oh, you're this, that, and the other, when I know you just like don't know me, that I'm a complete stranger. Um, I could actually probably pull something up because I often immortalize these silliest versions of this. Um, Give me a second and I will
While you're
pull.
looking,
Yes.
I get a lot of findom
Hmm.
wannabes, like posers,
Mm,
tell me, yeah, people. A lot of them are bots. I'm sure they're from other countries. They could be like young men alone in the basement pretending to be someone else.
hmm.
And I don't want to engage, but every once in a while, I'll come back with something, just flat out. It's like you're fake. You don't have you go into weird territory. It's like, okay, tell me about your dad. Tell me about your dad. Tell me about your mom and how disappointed they are. It's
What about my
just
dad? I'm just
like
like him, actually. Like, what about him?
like I just keep on. I get personal and personal and personal, and until they go away. But
Mm,
I have gotten money from them. There have been several financial dollars who've actually ended up paying me. I think.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll get to that's another. It's a whole other episode. Um, all
Oh,
right,
I
on
have a
with the
good
show.
one. I have a
No,
great one
please.
for you.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
great.
so first of all, on my Instagram, there is a reel that this person texts me every 6 months on the dot. Is this CashVamp? Is this CashVamp? Is this CashVamp? Is this could this be CashVamp? And I photo I don't know, for viewers who've seen SpongeBob where it's the caller is like, is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. I have placed like our exchange over that video with a special treat on Patrick because it has to resemble me. So naturally, it has to have like a little bit of my anatomy. But I have this message from someone who just sent me pic, nothing, just pic, and I like
Pick
sent them
question mark.
no, not even a question mark. And I sent them the question mark and they were like, send a pic. And I was like, any pic? They were like, yeah.
Pick.
And then I just sent them get stick bugged. Like, and it's like a little picture of a stick bug. Like, congratulations. Oh my God. A
Mm.
favorite, this isn't a time waster, but just special shout out to the person who um once, because one of my pictures is me. I made a bra out of 2 parking tickets that I got because have
I saw that. Yeah, I saw
I
that.
hate the Philadelphia Parking Association. So they just sent me the disdain you have for the PPA competes with my father's. And I hope that I'm making submissives think of their dad. I really do.
I'm hoping makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, rapid fire kink advice.
Okay.
This is rapid fire.
Oh, I'm bad at
They
this.
start off slow. It doesn't matter. No one's good at it.
I'm just
There's
letting you
no
know.
wrong answer. It's
Okay.
uh, rapid fire kick advice. We start off
Mm.
typical, right? All right. You restrain someone up and their arm starts to go numb. What do you do?
Rep shears. Easy peasy.
All right, rapid fire kick advice. Rapid
Yeah,
fire
no
kick advice.
one's, no one's potential, or I don't know, how do I put this? No one's body is more valuable than the rope that their body is
Mm,
in.
that's a very good quote. It's a very good saying. No one's body is valuable, more valuable. No one's. I gotta stop the show right now to write it. No one's body is more valuable than the rope. See now, because I stopped, because I
I'm sorry,
stopped
no
rodent.
no rope is more valuable
No,
than the person's body.
oh yeah,
I probably got it the other way around. I'm bad at rapid fire. You put the pressure on, I crumble. Forget it.
yeah. No, no, you're absolutely. Thank you for the. And now,
Yeah,
because we said it over and over again, it's going to be stuck in
it's in.
minds.
Yeah.
Rapid fire kink advice:
Mm.
a sub or a person, a kinkster, just shows up way too high. What do you do?
Oh, I mean, probably sit with them for some time. Like at the end of the day, you kind of paid me for your time. Maybe I would talk to you about like, hey, do you have an emergency contact? Hey, what did you take? And probably just like sit them through it for 20 minutes and be like, hey, maybe you rebook with me at a later time, and just like try and get them to safety. There's only so much that I can really do. Um, yeah, I wish that, I mean, I haven't experienced this before, but I have a decent amount of confidence that I'd be able to navigate this. Uh,
Okay, rapid fire kink advice:
yeah.
a sub met someone online and wants to give
Mm,
them all of their money. Not to them, not to you, but to them.
right.
What
Yeah.
do you tell them?
Can you afford that? Genuinely, I don't give a fuck. And I often share submissives. Like, I love a good community sub. Um, it's just, I'm more concerned with, like, hey, is this financially sustainable to you? Like, are you going to eat rice for the next week? Like, what next? Like, maybe we should think about this. Maybe we should consider how long have you met this person? Is it really going well if it doesn't go well for you after the fact?
Rapid fire kink advice: a sub keeps on talking about politics that you do not agree with, and they just don't stop. How do you address it?
Ugh. I mean, here's the thing, right? I really love this job for the ability to have intimate conversations with people and maybe open them up to new perspectives. Changing someone's mind about politics, um, not entirely my job. It really depends on the severity. If someone is being truly and like openly hateful to where it's affecting my ability to do my work, I would basically tell them that. I would be like, hey, listen, congratulations, you have talked your way out of having a good experience with me because I can no longer do my job. There is an amount that I think I can just grin and bear and then decide to never see that person again or decide to maybe shoot them an email. And then there is a point of no return.
Let me answer you this. I just thought of this question.
Mm.
Does politics affect the spank?
Just
Meaning, like, the
politics.
affect the spank, meaning the spank mean is a metaphor like for any kind of
I
kinky
see.
action. You know what I mean? Like,
Um, I
it could
mean,
make you hit harder or softer.
I certainly am not going to hit someone harder and reward them for having like bigoted opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the spank is a reward, if that's what they're there for, like you are not getting more of a good thing because you've decided to have an opinion that like promotes taking away civil rights for my friends or me. Um, but I would say that I've definitely had submissives who I could have friendly conversations with and maybe open them up to new perspectives. And they've said something kind of silly and just out of habit because
Mm,
the world in which we live promotes like very narrow ideas about gender and sexuality. And I've toyed with those ideas and like how they actually feel about it while in session, like while doing impact. And I know that that sounds very intense and maybe not like the most, I guess, appropriate time to have those kinds of conversations, but I really try to navigate that in a way that keeps it light and open for like a bigger discussion later.
And finally, the final ones, rapid fire king of buns.
Mm,
A kingster, is talking about robbing another kingster. What do you do?
not a dom, but a king, just any
Any
kingster.
kingster. I switched it.
Talking about
Originally,
robbing
the
stuff.
question was a dom. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, slay. No. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I don't. I don't know any. I really can't see anyone that I know saying or doing that. Like it's very out of left field.
Mm.
Um, but why? Why would you do that? Like this is so out of the realm of possibility within my particular social circle.
That is very nice of you to say. I am so glad you did.
Even
I'm so
with
glad to hear that.
people, like even with people who I dislike
Yeah.
within my community, and there are
It
for
does happen though. That's why I
yeah,
did bring it up.
you can't.
So
I mean, you can't like everyone, but
yeah,
I
let's.
just I can't see
We
that
got some
happening.
fan questions. Let's see what the people have.
Oh,
Uh,
fun for fun.
Leviticus Valentine says cat.
Levi,
My
thank you so
favorite
much for
vampire,
showing up.
the Playboy bunny, overused in just a corset with a mini skirt being the costume.
Oh, probably talking about Halloween. Uh,
Mr. Sniff,
we
I
love
love
Mr. Sniff.
being a bit high for you online to enter subspace
We
easily
love
with you.
Listen, I love Mr. Sniff. They always show
Mr.
up to my
Sniff,
office hours. Shout out to
right?
Mr. Sniff.
Shout out to Mr. Sniff. And then you
Yeah.
got Leviticus comes back with
Yippee!
Yippee.
It wouldn't be a show with me without someone just throwing out a yippee. Thank you, Levi.
Stan Vladimir says, I highly recommend Castlevania on Netflix. Best Dracula and Alucard.
I tried watching Castlevania. Actually an anime vampire like series that I'm sorry, a movie that I got into was Vampire Hunter D because it's like late 80s, early 90s animation. I loved the artwork for I think it's called Vampire Hunter D. I can't be entirely sure. But I did try getting into Castlevania. I love I forget what his first name is, but his last name is Belmont and he tries throwing a haymaker at one of the vampires and that was a great part of
Did,
that show.
did you ever see Neon Joe?
No, I didn't.
It's so dumb. You like
Okay.
silly, right?
Yeah, I do like.
Neon Joe.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
sure,
It's an
sure.
Adult Swim. It's a
Okay,
Glazer. Jonathan Glazer's a writer. He
okay.
was a writer for Conan. Yeah,
Mm,
Vampire Hunter. It's
fun.
kind of a spoof.
Interesting. Hello. I can't. Oh, welcome back.
Oh yes, we had
Yeah,
a
welcome back.
little bit problem there, but we are back. Sorry about that.
Cool.
Okay,
All
let's
good.
get let's keep it going.
Yes,
Let's keep it going.
please.
Yes, AI and kink. How have you been involving with AI?
I haven't. Fuck AI. Um, well, particularly, I had a very joyful moment of looking at either fansly or loyal fans, and particularly like looking for the AI DOMs who are there, and not finding anyone successful immediately made me very, very happy. AI, when it comes to generative content, is theft. That is my opinion, and I stand by it fully. There's just like there's no reason. Like, what could possibly be the reason to involve AI,
It
specifically like
becomes
generative AI?
slop, the AI slop, and you could tell it doesn't have a soul, doesn't have like the art that comes out of it. It just
Yeah,
sad.
I haven't. I know that because I've definitely had people ask me like, "Oh, what's going to happen when, all of your pictures are replaced by AI models?" And the people, how do I put this? The people who like me, who support me are like always going to be there for me specifically, and I feel very secure in that. And as the years have gone by, that idea has been validated over and over and over
Let
again.
me ask you this, CashVamp. If
Mm,
I can come up with a plan for you to use AI to enhance your FinDom skills to make you more money, would you be open for that?
no, there's
You would? Interesting.
no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I actually can't be bought. I am successful enough without.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Wow. I'd love to hear that. Wonderful. Would you rather? We're gonna play a little game of Would You Rather. All right. You have to be
Fun.
either or, Cash Fam. It can't be one. It
Mm.
can't be both. You can't be a little bit of both. Oh, but I like both. No,
I
it's
fucking
one
hate
or the
this. Let's
other.
go. Come on, let's go.
Psychological or physical. You're doing a session. Is
Psychological.
it all
Easy. Psychological.
psychological?
Easy.
Okay. Would you rather experiment with a new kink or do the standards?
Fuck. um, experiment. Experiment.
Experiment. Nice,
Yes.
nice. Okay. Would you rather a detailed session or a spontaneous session? It just happens.
Detailed. Detailed all the way.
And finally, would you rather sensory deprivation, blindfold,
Mm.
earplugs, or sensory overload?
Overload. I love overstimulating people. It's one of my favorite things. I
It's fun.
had I can tell a story about this. That was like one of my
Please.
favorites. Okay. So I had this lovely, lovely session with, by the way, can I just say
Good.
to my submissives out there who I've said, hey, you're hot, I truly mean this. I get some truly lovely, attractive, submissive men. Um, I had this, and one of them who I'm thinking about, um, he was in a harness. It was a collar and a backstrap and, cuffs. And I had him on the floor on his knees humping a pair of my boots. And I was like, if you don't come like that, you're going to come in a way that you regret. And he goes, oh, please, 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 please. And I'm like, I don't think you understand that when I say I'm going to give you a punishment, you're not going to, it's not a punishment, it's a punishment. So I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'm gonna have to come down there and get you. And I took like my like magic wand, like a wand vibrator,
Hmm.
and held him down and buzzed him far past orgasm. I mean, just like crying, pleading, squirming, like you would have thought you would have thought he was dying. He hated it. It was one of my favorite things ever. Yeah, so overstimulating all the way. Uh,
One thing, especially after the transplant, I'm finding discipline in my mornings, right?
mhm.
Self-care rituals. You're put together. I mean, you're present, you're in the moment, there's clarity, there's purpose in what you do.
Yes.
It doesn't always, you can't just wake out of bed and just, have that
No.
happen, right?
Yeah.
I like, for example, me, first thing I do is drink water. I don't turn on
Mm,
my phone. I don't look at my
mm,
phone for a good half hour.
mhm.
Right. I work out. And I actually consciously tell myself certain things that, write my own narrative for the day. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? To set the tone, so to speak. Do you have
Yeah.
any self-care rituals for yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I moisturizer and sunscreen every single day. Like, I
Ah,
don't have super fancy schmancy skincare, but I really do try and take care of my skin. There is an expectation that when I show up, I am like providing a luxury service. I think part of that is being well groomed and being like well taken care of so that I can, impart that onto the people who I'm spending time with. Uh, I do wish that I drank more water. I am gonna have to steal that from you, although I'm never going to follow follow through with it. I take an
water
hour long.
inspires every cell in your body.
It really does. I take an hour-long bath at the end of all of my days, and I have a submissive who specifically pays for like a big box, like a shipment of Lush products, so that I always have like the orange scrub is one of my favorite things, and I always have bath bombs for like particularly tough days.
That is beautiful. That's
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
I love a bath. So I currently Levi is actually from this community on Second Life, which is like another game. I went back to a game sort of like IMView, but significantly better. So I currently am there more as a hobby now. And I work at a like a Loven's lounge and club called Lucid. And one of my coworkers, Aspen, um, we were having this lovely discussion at the end of like one of I think she was on stage and I was just like hanging out. And I think she asked me like why I don't take showers. I take like exclusively baths unless I have to. And I was like, shower? What? Like I'm in prison? And she doesn't have a bathtub. um, and she, her and I, we talk about that like and just reiterate that one to each other back and forth constantly. And now if I am in the club, which is like now Lucid, and it's like 1 a.m. or like midnight, which is about the time, she'll be like, "Oh, is it bath time?" Which is very very fun. I love Aspen. She's so hot. She's so great. I honestly love everyone who I work with at Lucid.
All right. The Olympics happen every 4 years. If you were going to be Kink Olympics, right? If you had,
Oh. Hmm.
what would it be? What would an event be for you?
Oh, edging. I think edging is definitely, who can edge someone the longest. That would have to be, like an endurance trial. Um, there would have to be something for like the
How
size
would you
of
judge that?
Olympics.
And how would you like not get away with enhancement pills and or like jerking off the day, but like or a couple hour or an hour
If
before?
if the regular Olympics can figure out how to deal with enhancement pills, I'm sure the kink Olympics could as well. I have full
The
faith.
regular day.
I have full faith that we'd figure it out.
Oh, look what I found. Found the
Mm.
magic wand of misconception.
Oh, fun.
All right. So I spelled it wrong way,
No
but
one saw. No
the
one saw.
magic
You're fine.
the magic wand of misconception. If
Mm.
you had a wand, magic wand, and
Right.
you could wave it,
Hmm.
it could just change one misconception of domination, professional domination. What would it be?
Oh God. That we all couldn't be doing something different with our lives. That this is like the last resort career. I'm just waving. Pop. You know. I think yeah, my fellow coworkers, my fellow prodoms are some of the smartest people I've really ever had the opportunity to be in a room with. And there is this huge misconception about sex work in general that like this is, something that we're doing out of desperation, out of like addiction, out of a lack of intelligence or ability. When in reality, this work requires so much of you. You have to do set design, you have to do photography, you have to do photo editing, you have to be able to
Oh
potentially
yes,
build a website or make enough money doing your actual sessions to buy a website. You need to be a
yeah,
little bit
having
tech
a
savvy.
grasp of the concepts of coding. You
Yeah,
know,
well, maybe not coding. We
oh,
have
even it helps.
WordPress and WordPress. Yeah, you have to be able to know how to do your SEO though. You need to be able to
Yes,
track those metrics. You have to pay for your advertisements. You have to be a social media manager, not just on one platform, but at least like two or three. And then you have to manage scheduling a content platform. And then there is the customer service. And then you have to make sure that you have good digital hygiene. um, there are so many itty bitty specialized pieces in doing this. This job demands from me so much more than any other job that I've done in my life. And I really try my best to honor that and show up. Um,
but you love it. That comes
yeah.
across. It
Oh,
really
yeah,
comes across just in the
absolutely.
way you talk, everything you do. I mean, it's evident in everything you do
Yes.
that you
Yeah.
love it. It's And that's why you're on the show. This is a celebration.
Yes.
Speaking of the kink community, I mean, kink community is always evolving. What trends or changes in the BDSM world are you excited about right now that you're interested in? And you can say scared too. We can take it the other route if you want.
I think that people are coming around to this idea of there is such a thing as over communication, and when you're having a conversation with someone that you're going to play with, um, you you can do too much. Like you can try and negotiate every second of a scene, and that is actually too much. I really appreciate that a lot of people are calling out, hey, that is actually taking a lot of the joy. Um, oh, and the little. I mean, I love a planned scene. I love um, you know, planning out the nitty gritty of every single detail. And when someone fills out my booking form, I try and take the time to make sure that I hit every mark. Um, but there has to be some openness for spontaneity. Like there has to be
Mhm.
some room to explore. And actually, there is this excellent quote from, and hold on, because I'll bring it up. Because I'm sorry, I'm a fucking I'm such a millennial. But there's this excellent quote from Anais Nin from their diary where they say
We're just watching
intellectual.
Henry and June.
Oh
You ever see
yeah,
that movie? Yeah, I love that movie.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
They say in it the source of sexual power is curiosity, passion. You're watching its little flame die of asphyxiation. Sex does not thrive on monotony. Sex must be mixed with tears, laughters, words.
yes.
There's something very true about that. Like I'm very, very grateful that the community as a whole, especially people who are a little bit younger than me, are going, well, wait, hold on. Actually, if I plan every single little aspect of this, like something's missing.
Mm. Um, Spy in the House of Love by Domination. That was one of the first books that really opened my eyes. Read it when I was very young.
Mm,
Chastity. You have anybody
yes.
in chastity right now?
I do actually. There's someone who we keep missing each other because of the wedding that I was just in, because of this, because of my other plans. And I have them locked up right now because they missed a phone call that I mean, technology, but they missed a phone call from me at I think 6:30. Um, and they recently relocked for me. Happy Locktober to everyone who
Happy
celebrates.
October, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
Uh,
October. Drip, drip, drip.
yes. 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 For people who see me in the wild, I often carry this Vivian Westwood bag, and it has this cock-shaped carabiner on it, and it has 3 chastity keys. And I don't always necessarily have those people locked up, but when I do, it feels quite nice.
Speaking, it is October. We got to get to the chastity questions, I guess.
Yes.
Right? We
Yes.
have to.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah. Okay. So, silicone, plastic, or metal?
For a cage.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I mean, each kind of right. Listen, um, each serves its own purpose. I really like the look of metal. I like how easy metal is to clean. I'm going to say metal for preference. I like how kind of like extreme and heavy it is. It's very fun for me.
There's a permanence to it.
Yes, yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. Mm.
And yes, I'm personally locked right now, and
Oh, very fun.
sure, and custom made. And in the words of Chastity Queen, oh shout out Chastity Queen,
Mm.
the best chastity device is the one that fits.
That I 110% agree with. I often tell submissives in chastity. Uh, I'm sorry, the sub who my submissive who is in chastity just messaged me, it's me with an exclamation point. Such joy that they're watching. I often tell people when they're first getting into chastity, like, hey, your first cage most likely is not going to fit, and that's okay. Like it's a process of fitting. It
It
takes
is.
time. It takes
It's
a
commitment.
budget. Yes.
it's chastity is all about commitment. You better be
Yes.
committed to the
Hmm.
changes, and you can get 15% off Locked in Lust with
Oh,
offer
very
code
fun.
YKF. Yes,
Yes.
we started we tried out the crotch rocket. We call it the saddle,
Mm,
but that thing is amazing. YKF offer code
yes.
YKF at Locked in Lust. All right, sadism.
Yes.
Sadism. What's the last time you were really impressed by sadism, either yours or someone else's?
So first of all, just as a complete aside, deepest apologies to any of my submissives who I've installed snapping as a hypno trigger to. They're probably just like I've made this joke before that I was going to do that to someone and then send them to a slam poetry event. I think that that'd be very fun. But as far as, and perhaps a little bit sadistic, but as far as sadism and ways in which I've been impressed, at the Kinky Champagne Affair, there's a dominatrix named Domina Lynn who I had the pleasure of having a conversation with while she was trampling her submissive. She was holding on to something on the wall next to me while I was sitting on a couch, and we were facing each other, and our submissive was laying beneath them, um, so that she could like really control how much weight she was putting on this person. And as I was talking to Lynn, I could just kind of see like that giddy smile. Again, I when I see Mia do like needles, that's always super super duper
Always.
impressive. Um, I've seen Lady Rouge, who is, I think, currently retired. But I've seen her do single tails, and she like really gives it her all. Um, God, there are so many people who I think of in this community who are true sadists. Mistress June is another person who I've seen do impact, and actually I was at, I think, a Twist play party, which is a play party hosted by Lady Rouge. I saw some of a pegging scene with June, and the just beautifully degrading things that June was saying. I was the like there is no compersion like watching your coworkers in this industry eat. Like there's no greater pleasure than watching people who do this just succeed and really like
Yes,
knock
it
it out of the
is.
park.
It is so affirm. It's life affirming.
It is. It
You
really
know how
is.
hard. You know how hard it is to even start that first step to get that far.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know, it's just it means that you can do it too. It
Yeah.
means, and it's I find great joy in that. And that's why
Yes.
I love doing the show. I mean, I kind of started doing the show um to promote the book, but also to get myself out there to connect with people, right?
Hmm.
And the joy of it, the I guess the fetish of it, the kink of it is
Hmm.
connecting people. I've connected people from all around the world, and like now they're friends and they're doing stuff together, and like that, and seeing them being more successful, or even make money from my show, from the
Right.
connections they
Conversion.
make through my is amazing. It
Yes.
makes me feel so good. It's good to be good.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, let's move it on. Let's move it on. Sissification.
Yes.
Um, I gotta admit, I started off as it's a texture thing for me. It's a
Hmm.
power dynamic thing for me. In the narrative that we play with, there's no humiliation or degradation. Um, Mr. Shari of Mr. Manor, who runs Mr. Manor, she's
Hmm.
trying to take that out in her play as well. Um, Things change over the years, but
Hmm.
some people love it. Some people like being a dirty little slut.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So has your attitude towards sissification, the sissification narrative specifically, toward change throughout the years?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think when I really first started taking this seriously about like 4 years ago. the narrative around sissies was that they were um, too demanding, um, not giving enough, not generous enough, very expectant of your time, and there were a lot of people who expected that your feelings around what you like in the bedroom must be deeply resemblant of your core values, which is simply not the case. I think there are a lot of people who have
Very
uh,
good point.
contradictory feelings about what they're drawn to as far as like their desires in the bedroom or their desires in kink, and like their core values and how they believe like the world should be outside of it.
Hmm.
um, so there is definitely this narrative, and I think I used to agree with it a little bit more than I do now, or maybe I just used to see more examples of this. That there are sissies who are people who are so into degradation and humiliation, and somewhere deep inside of themselves feel as though the most degrading thing you can be as a woman, and that's kind of like why they are the way they are, or that's why like their like performance of womanhood is often like Party City wigs and like polyester ill-fitting clothes. I don't think that that is necessarily the case. I think I used to see a little bit more of it like 4 years ago than I do now. I used to be a little bit more on board with it because I did have a couple of people approach me where it really did feel as though that was the narrative. Um, but I think either I've experienced some personal growth or just I don't see those kinds of people anymore, or maybe something has shifted to where that's not something that I like firmly align with, which
I
is,
think
I
some
think,
people,
best.
I think some of the people who are exploring the sissification narrative, in order to succeed, because if you think about all the humiliation, degradation, it doesn't, it's like there's an end point to that.
Mm,
You're not building something.
mm. I
The
mean,
eventually the person's not going to want to be around the person you're constantly doing.
I will say this about like that belief that I feel like I once used to hold a little bit more firmly, and that is there is something kind of cathartic and fun and healing about having so much personal experience with taking the brunt of misogyny to be able to go, oh, you want to experience you want to
Oh yes.
experience this? Here you go. I have almost 3 decades of experience with
Yeah.
it. Congratulations. This is for you. I hope
Hmm.
you enjoy it. So it's very fun whenever I have those kinds of opportunities with
That's
people.
why on this show, when I talk about my experience, we try to make a romantic thing about it. Like it's a
Mm,
romantic aspect of it because it's about the celebration of women and
mm,
the adoration of womanhood and femininity, as opposed to it being weak or anything like that, or
mm,
anything to me that's less of a no. This is femdom.
hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it's like supremacy. Platforms coming and going. Things are changing. No one's on Friendster anymore, right? So
I That was
what?
before my time.
I know
Yeah.
it's a joke, but what are the platforms that you're really using these days?
Oh, I mean, I am a how do I put this? I I actually created a flow chart for people as reference as to whether or not I was going to get back to them, um, because I thought it would be a handy dandy tool for people to see that Telegram, Discord, Signal, yes, these things give me notifications on my desktop and my phone. So yes, I'm actually going to get back to you a little bit more quickly. I hate it galls me that I have to be on twitter.com, but unfortunately that's where a lot of the traffic is, and I semi enjoy being on Blue Sky, and it also galls me that I'm on Instagram. But those are the places where the most people are. It's kind of like how I think I would prefer to do a little bit more on loyal fans, because I really appreciate them and enjoy what they offer sex workers, particularly femdoms. And if I could get the Fansly UI down, I think I would post there more. But back, what was it, October 2023, when there was that big hoopla because everyone thought that OnlyFans was going to take down all of the porn, I said, okay, I have a loyal fans and a Fansly waiting. And then in that same breath, I got 2 or 3 more subscribers to like OnlyFans, and I was like, well, this is kind of just where the traffic is. I could speak to platforms and how I feel about the ever changing landscape of the internet. I mean, I have a Tumblr for this work in case something goes down.
Do you remember were you there before Tumblr took down all the porn?
Yes, I was. I
Yeah.
had a Tumblr. I had a Tumblr in 2014, and those black and white GIFs. Forgive me for people who pronounce it like GIF, but what the fuck ever. Those, those black and white GIFs were a revelation for me at that time. I
Tumblr was wild back then. Yeah.
there was a sugar baby Tumblr specifically, like
I don't know what that
there.
is.
Oh, there was Tumblr for people who were getting into sugaring.
What is sugar? Educate our
So
listeners.
sugaring, the verb is to be someone who engages in like the sugar baby, sugar daddy, or
Sugar
sugar
daddies are,
mama, like
yes.
that sort of that
So
branch
the
of sex
term is
work.
sugar. Okay.
Yes, yes. If you're
Wonderful.
into it, you are considered to be like in the bowl, like in the sugar bowl, which is very fun.
I'm a whimsical person, and I hope maybe some listener or something like that would hear this and make their own platform just for a YKF, maybe a YKF platform. Who knows?
God,
But if
yeah.
you had a platform, you're making a platform, if someone's taking notes and they asked you for your advice, your sagest wisdom, what would that platform need that the other platforms don't?
As far as like for social media or for
Yeah,
like
yes,
paid
for social media.
content, God, a social media platform. Oh God. I mean, on one hand, it feels wholly and totally unnecessary, and also that this is just like a terrible time to try and launch a social media platform.
Yes.
I mean, take a look at Threads, which has all of the backing of Meta and all of that. And how many people do you know who are
I
really
haven't been
using
on Threads in a long
Threads?
time.
How many people do you know who are really using Threads more than Twitter, which is, I mean, just kind of like a cesspool these days, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think people are very settled in where they are, and until something makes those platforms completely unreachable, or unless you're doing something revolutionary beyond my imagination for what a platform should look like, um, you're fucked. I'm sorry. Like, I would love to see someone come up with something that I don't know, maybe like doesn't allow AI like generated content, that isn't something that is monetizing people's attention span, something that allows people to share content and kind of get back to the heart of what like Instagram used to be before it was bought out. But that these things are in kind of direct conflict with the sorts of things that make money for social media platforms.
Now I have a question, a very important question here.
Mm.
What did you do with the Uncrustable?
um, Here's the thing about a photo shoot. It's actually kind of an exhausting process. I did eat it. I did
Oh,
eat it.
okay.
Immediately after I was done I took the photos with it in the strap-on harness. And then I took it out, and after I was done shooting the rest of my photos, I had a little snack. Sustainability,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna waste food in this
of
economy.
course not. Speaking of
No.
food, if you could describe your dominatrix persona as a meal, what would it be and what?
Oh God. Oh God, my persona as a male. Um, I'm going to say this because they're my favorite. Um, a Kumamoto oyster. You
Ooh,
know, they're spiky on the outside.
yeah.
They are like a seldom enjoyed treat. Um,
Do you believe oysters are an aphrodisiac?
I not really personally, but I really am not super familiar with the science. But I mean, if someone buys me like a tray of 12 oysters, I am turned on because they know what I like, and they're willing to spend the money on the oysters. So for me,
Mm.
yes. Um, but yeah, no, they're seasonal. They're a little bit elusive. They are best enjoyed slowly, intentionally, and they come with a little sauce. Um, I also come with a little. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not showing up to the booking with sauce packets.
All right, Cash Fam.
Usually, yes.
Let's be whimsical. We've been whimsical, but let's be even more whimsical.
Okay, I'm in.
Let's say you have endless resources.
I'm
You
in.
can go anywhere in the world with
Mm,
anybody in
mm,
the world. You could
mm.
do the sky's the limit in imagination.
Okay.
What is your ultimate kinky fantasy?
God, my ultimate kinky fantasy is I get to go to God. I mean, if this is, I have unlimited resources and I'm going somewhere and I'm bringing whoever I want. All of my favorite dominatrix friends from Philly and also probably elsewhere, we're all going to Kyoto. We're all doing some like intense, like shibari, just like, you know, classes, and we're all doing it on someone else's dime, probably multiple people's dimes. We're all enjoying the food, the atmosphere. I think that's kind of like the dream right there. Maybe going shopping. I would love to go to the Vivian Westwood in, I think, Shibuya, although that's kind of a trek. Um, that would probably be the base notes.
All right, rapid fire recommendations. They don't have to be kink related,
Oh,
but
fun.
they usually end up being.
Mm,
All right. Recommend a film.
a film?
A film.
Showgirls. I love
Showgirl.
Showgirls. I love Showgirls.
Now, when you first saw Showgirls, right?
Mm,
First time, I remember. I think I was a freshman in college, maybe, or a sophomore in college.
okay.
And we're with my girlfriend at the
Hmm.
time, Zia.
Mm,
We're sitting there, and then there's Gina Gershon is sitting, and
hmm.
she's like, "I love dog food."
Doggy Chow. I used to love Doggy Chow.
Now, did that scene have an effect on you like it did on me?
The effect that Showgirls had on me, actually, it was the end where it's Elizabeth Berkley and Gina Gershon, and Gina Gershon goes, "Aren't you gonna lean in and give me a big kiss?" And then and it's just, oh, I love being gay.
Showgirls.
I love that movie so much. Here's the thing. Here's my litmus test for a good movie. It has to be entertaining. That's what it's there for. I don't care if
Mhm.
it's cheesy. It's just if it can hold your attention, and you derive pleasure from it, it's a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree. It's entertaining. I watched the whole thing. I kid you my eyes. Colin McLaughlin's in there.
Yes.
And anybody who loves and appreciates dance in any way, shape, or form,
Mm.
should at least respect and understand what they're trying to do. You know what I
Also,
mean?
the makeup, the costuming, that movie, it gives you everything. Elizabeth Berkley gives her all, perhaps too much. Perhaps too much.
Do you think
She's
she ruined her
privileged.
career because of that?
I think that
Ruined
um,
her career because of
other
that?
people just couldn't see the vision. You know, I think that people
Mhm.
don't understand camp.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Yeah.
and you know what? Much respect to the Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror Picture Show changed my life. It's,
Yes.
I love that movie. There's
Same.
something magical about it, and
Same.
I am 100% on board. And see it
It's
live, people. See it in the theater, not live. I
yeah.
mean, like in the theater. As yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rapid fire recommendations. Recommend a
Mm.
book.
Oh, I'm sorry. Recommend a book.
Recommend a book.
Oh God. Um, Tacky. Tacky by Rax King. That book is a book of anecdotes. And Rax goes over like their experience going to the Cheesecake Factory and the slow, easy comfort of that. I think the way in which Rex King describes her relationship with her dad is particularly heartbreaking, and I think that anyone who has had similar experiences to her will get to that page and will just sob, and it's so cathartic. In the way in which she kind of understands that this is where her parent is at and like doesn't expect doesn't expect change, is kind of just there to like take care of him, but also like has these desires of like, what could it be like if you took care of yourself. And yeah, I think anyone who's been through that particular mountain of feelings will feel seen, like reading those particular pages. Also, it's nice seeing someone again like have an appreciation for camp, have an appreciation for things that you might otherwise shrug off or feel uncomfortable or like you aren't allowed to enjoy.
Rapid fire recommendations. Recommend a meal.
A meal. Um, Kimchi fried rice, the fried egg, a little bit of scallion. There's a place in yeah, there's a place in Center City called Varga that sold an excellent kimchi French fry that I kind of wish that they had chosen to put into a fried rice. Um, yeah, it's going to be that. It's like I could eat that every single day for the rest of my life.
All right. Word association game. We're almost done.
Mm, fun.
The word association game. Say the first word or phrase that pops into your head. There's no wrong answer, Catch fan. There's no wrong answer.
I feel like there is. I feel like there
No.
is.
All right. The only thing is just no hate speech, which you're not going to do.
No,
But
no,
like,
no.
so if and no kink shaming. So if I
Mm,
say something that you just say instead of making fun of it or something, just say not my thing.
okay.
Okay, that's it. Word association game. First word or phrase comes to your head. Pay pig.
Oh, God. That's the thing. I know such a breadth of people who are pay pigs. Companions.
Chastity.
Control.
Splashing.
God, I really don't do a whole lot of splashing. Maybe martinis. I would love to do splashing with a martini.
Staples.
Um,
It's an inside joke for us.
you know what? I'm actually going to say Jet the Clown, who is a performer here in Philadelphia, who I
Oh,
had
okay.
the pleasure of watching staple themselves. It was very, very cool.
French maid outfits.
Um, God, can I just say poorly hyphenated tailored? I wish I would see one sissy wearing a French maid outfit where it fit them well.
It's the struggle's real, Catman. The
Yeah,
struggle is real.
we need some tailors, or I think people in general need
Kinky
tailors.
tailors. Oh my God. Can you
Yes.
imagine? You'd
I
be
wish
making a
that
fortune.
I wish
Like,
that maybe on Kinkaware Professionals, maybe on Cap there's a kinky tailor.
kinky talent. All
Yeah.
right, not rapid fire. Word association. Garter belts.
Annoying. Have you ever had to put garters? Have you ever had to have a submissive put garters on? Have you ever had one fall off? And been like, get this for me. And I don't care how much a submissive wants to serve. If they've never navigated that before, it takes a couple minutes.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
getting
them.
that.
They're hot, they're fun. I wore one the day before yesterday, and they're lovely but annoying.
Word association game. The 50s housewife dynamic.
Um, Overdone? I mean, it's fun. It's a classic, and I really shouldn't criticize it because, like, vanilla ice cream is a favorite for a reason. It's delightful, but let's find let's find something else. Maybe I'm just over it.
What about the daddy baby girl dynamic?
Overdone. I mean, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of DDLG dynamics that have been beautiful and heartwarming. And it's such a shame that I've seen so many examples of it done poorly,
Yeah, I
or in a
totally
way,
agree.
yeah, that I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel the same way. I know how you feel. All right,
Mm.
let's keep it going. Scarification.
Oh, God. Delightful, perhaps. I like it when I see it. It's not something that I particularly have the skill set for just yet, but I like it when I see it.
And this one's for Stan Vladimir. Medical play.
Oh, yeah. um, can I just say Mistress June MD because
Yeah.
that is an in joke. That's an in joke for us. I was in the fitting room of the dungeon that we both work in, and she was about to do a medfet scene, and she puts on this little white lab coat that's like hanging on the rack, and it's someone else's name. So I go like, Mistress whatever MD, and she's like, oh fuck, hold on, takes it off, pulls another white coat, puts it back on. Mistress June MD, like, who's giving out who's giving out all of these doctorates to dominatrixes? It was just such a delightful moment.
Mummification.
Oh, saran wrap.
Piss.
Um, okay, this is another story. For piss, I'm going to have to say SodaStream. I was at the Kinky Champagne Affair, and a dominatrix was collecting a clear jug of anyone who wanted to participate their piss, for her submissive to drink it, because the submissive just wanted, I guess, just like a jungle juice of all of us. And because it's the Champagne Affair, I had a wonderful idea, a wonderful, horrible idea of what if we ran it through the soda stream first and served it in a flute. That idea hasn't come to fruition, but the next time that party runs again, I'm I'm ready. I can't wait.
And finally, we have reached the end of the word association game. Scat.
Uh, Not for me. Although I do have some friends and people in community who play with that, who have described like involving that into baked goods and like it just being like it's gross, but that's the appeal. And I've certainly had plenty of like requests for me to engage with it, but yeah, I don't know. I just can't get into it.
Stan asked the Stan question. Evening
Mm.
CashVamp. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Would you use it in your kinky life?
I would teleport, and it would just make getting to sessions super easy. I wouldn't have to charge as much for like a fly me to you, as much as I do enjoy traveling. Um, I would be able to go to stores last minute to pick up things like laurels and stockings and lube and all of that fun stuff. Um, Teleportation would be
Yes.
so much fun. I would love to be able to teleport. Easy, easy peasy.
Come on, get on that, Elon.
God.
Can you imagine the power we would have if we could teleport? Oh my
Uh,
god.
I would love that.
Okay, we're winding it down. CashVamp. We're all
Hmm.
looking for something. Where do you want your kinky path to take you next?
Um, I've been kind of thinking that I maybe want to start getting into education. I'm certainly not like formally educated myself, but I would love to be able to run like a FinDom class or an intensive or something where I felt as though I was presenting the information in like a succinct and comprehensive way. And I think it'd be a really nice way to transition out of doing session work. As much as I love it, I understand that like eventually my body's not going to be able to keep up. And I think that really carving that path for other ways in which I can engage without maybe doing something so intensive would probably make like, if not this work, then at least like this community a little bit more sustainable for me. Also, I don't know, I would like for it to lead me to having a 1996 Nissan Hardbody. Like, I would like for it to lead me to travel a little bit more. I would like for it to lead me to more of the same, just funny little sessions with funny and weird people.
Now, I usually end it with this question, but you are CashVamp. So
Yes.
I'm gonna ask this question. It's very important. How can kinky people make money in these times?
I mean, a myriad of different ways. Like, we probably need um another Victor Tella. Like we need someone to start making really excellent whips with really excellent action again. Rest in peace to him, one of the greats. Um, Again, education is something that you can get into if you firmly believe that you have the experience, and people have told you that, because I feel sometimes that people get into education within like their first year of being in community, and that often I find falls flat. Um, uh, there are like 100 ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? Like there are millions of ways for kinky people to make money.
I love hearing that. So
Yeah,
finally, complete this sentence. Life is.
what you make of it.
Life is what you make of it. Life is what you make of it. Make it good. Make it
Yeah.
good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, CashVamp. Please, everybody out there, read a book. The written
Yeah, read a
word
book.
is
Read a
important.
read a
What books you got?
Vivian Westwood coffee table book, you know? Get into um the runways. I don't know. Find something that you like and
It's a
take a
book.
moment for yourself. Yeah.
Read a book. Hold it in your hand. Read this book. The coolest way to kill yourself. No one kills himself in the book. Although there's suicide attempt. Yeah. If you're this is a tribute. This is a true love story. It's filled with hard drugs, kinky sex, and an endless amount of music references. And take your broken heart, make it into art. Find some kinky friends. This is my book. It's a true story about getting over the loss of my dom, who ovarian complications from ovarian cancer, and how the kink community helped me and everybody in the story. It's a great true story. It means a lot to me. Please, please read it. Read a book and support the kink community. Get 50% off and all inventory at lockedandlost.com with offer code YKF and the Cash App. YKF Tannic with T Tannic is lowercase. YKF is uppercase. But CashVamp, how can people reach out to you? How can people get in touch with you?
Well, can I just mention that you are on my booking form page, which is my favorite way for people to reach out to
Oh,
me.
let's go there.
I fill out a form. Fill out the form. Do not DM me on a social media like a Twitter or an Instagram DM. I will never get it. Fill out a form. Email me. I love an email. Or reach out to me via Discord. And if you wanted to go to throne.com/cashvamp and attach a gift to your approach, that's always deeply appreciated as well.
We do have some comments. It's like, oh, from you got a following there.
Yeah, I have some
Um,
really excellent people. Oh, shout out to Mr. Sniff. Mr. Sniff is a real one. I really appreciate them.
Leviticus Valentine says she's proud of what she does. AI makes people lazy. But when it comes to sex work, it's cheap and non-authentic.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Yes. Hmm.
AI shouldn't be in sex work in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Stan Blackbear continues. Trevor Belmont of House Belmont. That's the main character from
That's
Castlevania.
yes, that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
Happy
happy October.
October.
Ed Spooktober.
Yes.
Sunshine chimes in. Welcome, Cash App. It's such a treat to have you on the show.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
Sunshine.
oh, ooh, and Lunar and Celestia.
Celestia. Thank you so much.
Beautiful podcast.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And
Yeah.
hashtag kink helps kink. If anyone has any
Thank you.
poems, stories, songs, paintings with the theme of kink helps kink, please DM me. We're putting together a big special project. It's going to go worldwide. I want it in every dungeon in the world because it's made. Every dungeon in the world. Something special. Please go to your kinky friends and oh, I gotta do. Hold on a second. Can't believe I'm not up for it. I didn't do this. So yes, it's going to be an absolutely beautiful weekend coming up. It's Wednesday. Everybody, please, please, please read a book, support the kink community, and be cool, be kind, keep an open mind. I love y'all. It's gonna be great. Great night. Kink helps kink.
Bye.
Wherever
Thank
you're
you so
listening to
much.
this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone who showed up to watch. I appreciate it.